Other way around. Leon, you're fifth. John Lippis, you're sixth. Right, it'll be 5 tones and then a longer tone to go. So don't go on the first one. You got to wait. Righto, drivers, watching your cars, marshals, if you're ready. Let's get this going. So we're through for the first part of the lap. We've got a couple of crashes coming onto the back straight. Caution, we've got a marshal on the back straight. We should be all right. That was second place. We had Dave Reston into the lead. He's going to be chased down by Scott Maher. Got James Turner up into the third position. John Lippis is in fourth. Glenn's got a little bit of work to do in front of him to get back into the podium positions. Dave's started nicely in this race, has a little bit of a lead over Scott. It was 0.772 last time by. See what it is this time by. Looks pretty close. 3/10 in it. So it's all happening for first position. This is Scott is all over the rear diff of Dave Reston at the moment. Dave's had a good run onto the back straight. Across the line, they pretty much hold it. Same margin. Dave sets his fastest lap on that lap by. Scott's back all over him through the infield. He had a good run onto the main straight, which he has. He's tried the wide line to get the switch back. Dave's just holding him off at the moment. Got Glenn Wilson back up into fourth. A little bit of a get together coming onto the straight. Scott's trying to get through. And he's got him through. He's got Dave that time by. James Turner just sets his fastest lap of the race, and if the two leaders have a little battle again, James won't be too far off. So Scott's taken the lead, but Dave hasn't let him go too far. Scott just extends the lead that time by and does his fastest lap of the race, the 15.7. Oh, he's just had a moment trying to get through some back markers.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Scott Maher, Tim Tam Dave, and James Turner.
James is only 2.4 off second place. He is slowly reeling Dave in. Scott's got a nice little lead now over Dave. Scott Maher just set his fastest lap of the race last time by. So he's trying to pull out that bit of a lead. So it's a similar gap, first to second, then second to third. So was 3.4 seconds last time by. Dave just brought it back into 3 seconds. And James just sets his fastest lap of the race. So both of them have taken half a second off each other. Dave continues to bring that gap down now. James sets his fastest lap again. So it's 2.6 seconds now, first to second. And 2.6 seconds, second to third. Dave Reston just sets his fastest lap of the race. It's now a 2-second gap. So Dave's starting to pull back in. Scott's famous tyre goo might be going off. 5 minutes gone in this race. So Scott's put his foot down now. Got it back out to 2.6. Caution coming through the keyhole. Look, we get a marshal.
After 6 minutes, the top drivers are Scott Marr, Tim Tam Dave, and James Turner.
So the gap stayed pretty steady at 2.6 for that time by. Scott's pushed that lead out to now 3.3. James a further 4.4 back from Dave. Just on 1 minute to go, and we'll have the B main of F1 up. Margins have pretty much settled down now, so it's about 4 seconds. First to second. About 4.5 seconds back to third. And James has a lap up on Glenn. Leon's still in the race in fifth, and we've had John retire. That is the leader approaching. Thank you. 20 seconds to go, drivers.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tim Tam Dave done. James Turner done. Scott Marr done. Glenn Wilson done. Leon Phillips done. The race is completed.
And for race one of the mains in 12th scale, 13.5, winner Scott Marr, followed by Dave Reston, James Turner, Glenn Wilson, Leon Phillips, and Don DNF for John Lupus. Now we have the B main, the Love RC Formula One. So we're going to get the B final for TCR to marshal this one, please. Next up after this race will be the A1 final for the Love RC Formula One. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Thank you.
So you guys, so we've got F1B out on track. If we can have front wheel drive be out to Marshall, please.
Drew Liu.
We could just have one volunteer marshal, that would be good. Just to cover, just got someone who can't
Scott
marshal,
Johnston.
so if we can have one volunteer marshal. I was going to say, Scott Marr was talking about how he gets out of marshalling. Guess what, Scotty? We've got a gig for you.
Leon Phillips.
So, did you hear that, Leon? All right, so Scott's going to come out and marshal as well, folks. So line them up. It is Leon Phillips 1, Scott 2, and Andrew 3. Line them up, folks.
We are off. Leon gets away very nicely. Scott giving a good chase at the moment, keeping him occupied straight off the line. Bit slow through that turn there. Isn't exactly 1 second behind him that lap round. Leon jumping over the curbs. Scott sets the fastest lap of the race at 18.074 and just ever so slightly brings that gap down when they cross the line. Goes off the road a little bit there. He loses a bit of time. The gap looks like it's closing on track. Leon sets the fastest lap and 18.010. On track, it definitely looks closer than 1.8 seconds. Across the line, that gap is 1.3. The fastest lap goes back down to Scott, 17.829. It's getting pretty close at the front. Leon still has a sizable margin. Ooh, it's got a bit shaky exiting that big turn. 0.7 of a second. It's really close now. Just slowly reeling him in. Oh, Leon makes a big mistake. And Scott will take the lead of the race. Leon has a couple passionate fans. Let's see if he can get his lead back. Jumping over the curbs a bit more. That gap is 1.502. So Leon goes a bit wide there. That gap is back out to 1.8. So Scott has a bit of a comfortable lead in this one at the moment. But Leon's brought the gap down by about 5/10 that time around to 1.3.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Scott Johnston, Leon Phillips, and Drew Liu.
Leon almost got that gap under a second. 1.060. Don't go anywhere, everyone. This could get really close. He's reeling him in. Looked a bit shaky on the exit of that turn there. Ooh, really tight through the spoon curve. That's 0.7 of a second now. He's really reeling him in. Scott keeps it clean. Leon just slowly closing that gap. Ooh, again a bit shaky. And he tapped the wall to bring that gap out to 0.3. So that's not good. Oh no, Leon's made a bit of a mistake there. That's brought the gap way out with a minute to go. And something looks like it's broken. He continues, presses on. But it's going to come in the pit lane now. That is a big shame from Leon. So that means Scott will have the next 35 seconds of this race. That's a big shame for him. The fastest lap of the race is still a 17.829. Scott still has that. He's spinning around. Keeps it on the track.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Scott will get an extra lap out of that one.
Drew Liu done.
So Scott's going to get the win for F1B.
Scott Johnston done.
Well driven from Scott to win over Andrew and Leon.
The race is completed.
Good job, folks. Cars to scrutineering, please. Next up, we have the A1 main for the Love RC Formula One for this year's Grand Prix. Remember, we will get the A main drivers for front wheel drive if we can get you guys out to marshal for this one. So if you are in front-wheel drive TCRA, we will get you guys to marshal this one. These guys will then marshal for you.
Tim Liu.
So I've got the creme de la creme of
Tim
Formula
Tam
One
Dave.
in the state of New South Wales, out on track now. We have Jeff Mackey on pole position over
Brent Love.
Ross Lallick
Mr.
P2.
Karen.
Ross Lallick
Jeffrey
in the words
Mackey.
P2 in
Brett Allen.
here. Don't get
Ross
up and
Lallick.
said. So see what
Luke
Jeffrey's
Hare.
got for us. Dave Reston will start P3. Andrew Curlis P4. Brett Allen P5. Alex Nyam P6. Anthony Bryant P7. Tim Liu out of 8. Luke Hare 9. And Brent Love 10. So it's always good when the sponsor of the event makes it into the A main, which is always a good thing. So I'll get TCRA, if you guys could be out to marshal, please.
Alex Niam.
Remember, if you were just
Anthony
in
Bryant.
the F1B, you guys will marshal the next race, so it'll be a bit more proportioned for you all. So you're all checked off, folks, so start lining them up. It is Jeff 1, Ross 2, Dave 3, Andrew 4, Brett 5, Alex 6, Anthony 7, Tim 8, Luke 9, and Brent 10. Start lining them up, folks. So Jeffrey's down the back straight now. He's about to be lining up, so just be nice and smooth down the back straight, folks. Cars will be lining up. There's 10 of you, so Jeffrey's about to point to P1. Steve, if you can do the grid. Thanks, mate. So I got 1 is good, 3 is good. Curly, you move up 1, mate. Yep. Everyone moves up 1. Yep. There we go. So Brett Allen P5. Got Alex P6, Anthony 7, Tim 8, Luke 9, and Brent 10. We are all pretty much good. Everyone's going to line them up. Thanks, folks. So 5 minutes for this one, folks. So. Alrighty, folks. We are good to rock and ruin. 5 bibs and a bob. Don't listen out for your name. Just 5 bibs and a bob. Go on the bob. Here we go. Everyone got away reasonably cleanly. Cross the line, starting their first lap now. Line astern, we've got Mackie over Ross. Then it is Dave with Curly, Brent, and Anthony close behind. Times from a standing lap. Everyone's away. They're within 6 seconds, the whole field. So it is Jeff and Ross down the back straight now. Dave has got away from that battle for third. It's now Brent v Anthony. Anthony throws the Alpine inside the Jordan, but the Jordan comes back at the inner loop. I've got a co-commentator who is totally not biased next to me right now. So 1 minute down, 4 to go. Looks like Brent in the Vegas Bull had a moment, but he has gathered it back up and he's still going. Good to see. Just over a minute down, 3 minutes 50 on the clock, and it is Jeff over Ross by 1.1 second. That's a further 2.2, then back to Dave. Anthony down the inside of Brent, just gets the Alpine through into fourth. Alpine into fourth, that doesn't get said very often. And a bit of a serve up there, and a bit of a give back there. So my co-commentator thinks it's unfair, but I say play on. So coming up 2 minutes down with 3 to go. Best lap belongs to Jeffrey, a 16.1. Plays Ross a 16.3. We've got a 16.7 for Dave. Small moment for Brett there, but he's got it back up. Oh, and good double somersault there and ends up on his wheels. Just got to gather it back up. It's going to say that the race. It's going to say, Brett, I don't know if you're worried, but your young fella next to me is. So we've got good battle brewing for fourth and fifth between Anthony and Andrew. Is the Alpine verse, we'll call that a Ligier livery in fifth place. Jeffrey, meantime, has lapped up to sixth place, so only the top 5 are on the lead lap. Luke's just gone down a lap. Tim in seventh in the pink and white car going onto the back straight. We'll call that the Force India cooler cousin car because Tim's car looks fantastic. Got Brett in the 7-Up Jordan in 8th place, Alex into 9th, and Brett in the very cool-looking Vegas Bull, we'll call it,
After
in 10th
3
place.
minutes, the top drivers are Jeffrey Mackey, Ross Lawlick, and Tim Tam Dave.
So minute 45 to go. Next up will be the TCRB next race. So 90 seconds to go in this one. If you guys want to head over to race control, pre-event scrutineering. 90 seconds to go in this one now. Gap is 2.5 seconds. Jeff over Ross, or rather McLaren T-Car versus Jordan. Got late 90s Jordan. There's an early 90s Jordan. Got Force India, Vegas Red Bulls, Alpines. One minute to go, folks. 1 minute to go. Gap 2.6 seconds. Just a reminder for the Nitro guys, you guys aren't up next. It's front-wheel drive that'll be up next. Front-wheel drive B is up next. So 45 seconds to go, folks. Jeff still holding that gap. Seconds. And might have had a putt fifth there. I think that's Luke going through on Curly. Curly wants that spot back. Down the back straight they go. Goes in deep, and Luke goes underneath him. That's him into P5 from 9th on the grid. 20 seconds to go, folks. Keep going till you get called done, folks. Keep going till you get called done.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ross Lawlick done.
So,
Alex Niam done. Anthony Bryant done. Brent Love done. Luke Hare done. Mr. Carrot done. Tim Tam Dave done. Brett Allen done. Jeffrey Mackey done. Tim Lou done. The race is completed.
So Jeffrey with the win over Ross gets a victory lap in the end as well. Ross was then 7.3 clear of Dave, who was then a lap clear of Anthony, who was then 5 seconds clear of Luke, who was 0.4 clear of Curly, who was then 6.5 clear of Brett, who was then 1.4 clear of Tim, who was then a lap clear of Alex, who was 3.2 clear of Brent for the whole field. Good race, guys. Cast scrutineering. So we'll get Mob Boss Graphics Front Wheel Drive B is up now. Can we get F1B out to Marshall for them? So F1B will get you guys out to Marshall for these guys. So we'll have Bryce, Darrell, and Greg Rossiter out on track. Track's yours, folks. Go for it.
Greg Rossiter.
Just a reminder, guys, it's just F1B that goes out to Marshall for
Daryl
this
Knight.
one. Just F1B.
Bryce Thomas.
F1A will get you guys to Marshall for the next race, which is TCRA. So that way we've got equal amount of marshals out there. So it's a bit more proportional to the drivers on track. So 3 drivers in each of the B races, so we'll get them to Marshall for each other. And then there's 10 drivers in the A races for both F1 and Fronty, so we'll get you guys to Marshall for each other. A bit easier that way.
So if we're all checked off, we can grid them up next time around. So the order will be Bryce in 1, Darrell in 2, and Greg in 3. So let's grid them up this time around, everyone. Good start from Bryce. Darrell a little slow off the line, but he's got it back. It's pretty close between Greg and Darrell right now. Only 0.4 seconds separating them at the moment. Bryce looking pretty fast out there. He is 1.4 seconds in front, and he just had a 17.779 that time around. That's the fastest lap. It's a bit of a fumble there. Slightly closes the gap down to Darrell. It's pretty close at the moment, actually. Oh, Darrell goes a little wide there. There's a bit of time. Darrell and Greg locked in combat at the moment. The whole couple cars are pretty close right now. Darrell's got to watch out now. Oh, Greg spins him around. He really dresses it. Good driving, Greg. Well done. They've lost a fair bit of time to Bryce. That gap is now 1.891, but still under 3 seconds covers the entire field, which is pretty. Very close battle between Daryl and Greg at the moment. Both set their personal best lap times, and Greg goes for a jump. And he almost went for a go there. Maybe a little bit too far back. He's fallen a little bit back. The gap is now 0.2 seconds. It's still mega close between the second and third. He made a bit of a mistake there and lost a lot of time, though. Yeah, the gap's out to 0.6 seconds now. But again, the whole field can be covered in under 3 seconds still. Daryl makes a little fumble over the curb.
After 3 minutes,
just a
the
little
top
closer.
drivers are Bryce Thomas, Daryl Knight, and Greg Rossiter.
Bryce has set the fastest lap of the race, 17.517. Everyone sets their personal best lap times that time around. Second and third, still very close. Greg mega fast through there. He's really catching him. That gap is 0.4 seconds that time around, but it definitely is closer now. He's getting really close through the turns. But Daryl seems to have the edge on him on the straight. 0.79 seconds through there. And Greg musters a pass. And looks like Bryce fumbles it. So now that gap is going to be brought back down from 3.5 seconds, as Daryl has also lost second in the race. The gap up the front is now only 1.4, with under a minute to go. Up next is the next class. So if you're in the A class in front wheel drive, come to scrutineering now. Meanwhile, at the front, it's got really close. 0.6 of a seconds. 38 seconds left in the race. Does Greg have enough in it to take it to Bryce? It's really close. He slides a little bit off the road there. He's going to lose a bit of time. It's still really close. 22 seconds left on the clock. There is not much left in it, and it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get there at the moment.
10, 9, 8,
Bryce
7,
looks like he has this
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Daryl Knight done.
And as they cross the line at the end, Bryce is going to get it. Just cross here. Bryce just won that race. Back to Greg.
Bryce
and
Thomas
then
done.
Daryl.
Greg Rossiter done.
You seem to have fell off at the end, but great battles all
The
around
race
the
is
field for that
completed.
one. And up next is the A ring.
So yeah, guys, A-main for the Mob Boss Graphics front-wheel drive TCR. Full grid, so we'll get F1A to marshal this one. Again, just so we've got marshals proportion to the amount of drivers on track. So we have, on pole position, we have Greg Brooks, Brendan George out of P2, John Krillis, P3, Phil Carpenter, P4, Brendan Wade, P5, Wayno Young, P6, Josh Beniston, P7, Stephen Thorncraft, P8, Brett Higman, P9, and Chris Stanley, P10.
Greg Brooks. Brendan George. Thermophil. Brent Higman.
Also,
John
folks, I have been approached by one Leon Phillips who has said his Formula One car is out. So with that in
Stephen
mind for
Thorncraft.
F1, folks, do you guys want to combine for your A2 and A3 finals?
Wayne O. Young.
Just come see me after marshalling this race, guys, and we'll have a chat about it.
Joshua Benny Stan.
Alrighty, folks, you are all checked off. So line them up if you want. It'll be Greg 1, Brendan George 2, John 3, Phil 4, Brendan Wade 5, Wayne 6, Josh 7, Steve 8, Brent 9, and Chris 10. Start lining them up now, please, folks. Fast race meeting's a good race meeting. Let's go. So I'll get them all lined up. 1 and 3 are good, 4's good, 5's good, 6 is about to be good, 7's good, P8 is Steve, so Steve, move up, mate, move up, please. Brent's 9, and Chris is 10. Alrighty, folks, you guys know the drill. 5 bibs and a bob, go on the bob. Good luck. Clean start through turn 1. They're clean through turn 2. Yes, they are. They're clean through the first half of the lap. And only the first half of the lap. Down the back straight, and it is Greg, Brendan, John, Phil, Brendan, Josh, Steve, Brent, Chris, and Wayne. Covered by under 6 seconds after 1 lap. So Brendan going with Greg. Of course, are in different heats, but in the same final. So this is going to be good. John and Phil in there as well. Brendan Wade's not far away either. So the top 5 very evenly matched at this point. John's pulled away from Phil a bit. He's after the 2 leaders. So it is the Brooksmobile down the back straight. Brendan close behind, followed by John. Then it's Phil. Then it's Brendan Wade. Got Josh Beniston up into 6 and his first run in front-wheel drive. Brett Hickman to 7 now. Got Steve, Chris and Wayne all very close for 8th, 9th and 10th. All on the same lap at the moment. Covered by under 10 seconds after 4 laps completed. 90 seconds gone, 3:30 to go. Wayne using all the curb, even the wall to get through turn 1 there. Brendan just sticking with Greg. Gap was 0.36 at the line, but margin's pretty redundant now. Through the second part of the chicane. Fire it down the back straight they go. Brendan's car with a tiny bit more top end. Moment for John in 3rd, but gathers it back up. No harm, no foul. Brent has a look past the pits into the chicanes. Can't quite get him there. Good close battle down the back straight. Brendan has a look on corner exit. Tucks back in behind. Good close battle. 0.23 of a second in it. He's less than that now. Down the inside. Briefly. Got him. So Steve and Chris, just be aware, guys, you've got the 2 race leaders approaching. Thank you. Thanks, Steve. And didn't have to get that far out of the way, Chris. Just slide wide, don't have to roll out of their way. Oh, and here comes Greg now back down the inside, but Brendan's able to carry a bit more speed to hold him off. Wayne and Brent, leaders approaching. Thanks, guys. Down the back straight they go. 2 minutes to go. Nothing in it.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Brendan George, Greg Brooks, and John Creelis.
Oh, and a double somersault pike and just stuck the landing from Brent there. Minute 45 on the clock. There, this is a ripper battle. Brendan's got a few car lengths over Greg now. It is close though. Behind the top 2, we have John Creelis still comfortably in 3rd. Well, I say comfortably, he's got about 2 seconds to Phil in fourth, who's then got about a little under 4 seconds to Brendan Wade in fifth. Josh Beniston comes next in sixth place. And he's the last car on the lead lap. 1 minute 10 on the clock. And it is 0.16 first to second. .2 on the dot that time by after 15 laps completed, 50 seconds on the clock. Brendan George v Greg Brooks. Always good to say that. You're always going to get a good race, as it's proving here. They come down, they'll complete 16 laps now, and it is 0.31 in it with 40 seconds on the clock. Absolutely nothing. Greg with a fight back now. He had a look there, couldn't quite get it. Josh, just beware, mate. 2 leaders are approaching you. Thank you, Josh. 20 seconds on the clock now. Oh, careful on the back straight, guys. Caution back straight. Caution back straight. Stay outside. Stay outside. Caution clear. Caution clear.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Keep going until you're called done, folks.
Brent Higman done.
Can Brendan hold Greg
Brendan
off?
Wade
We're
done.
about to find out.
Wayne O'Young done.
Yes,
The Don
just by 0.26
Stephen
of
Thorncraft
a
done.
second. Great clean
Brendan
race
George
there.
done.
That's what we like
Greg
to
Brooks
see.
done. Joshua Benny Ston done.
Sorry to
John
everyone else
Creelis
who
done.
wasn't Greg and
race
Brendan
is
in that
completed.
one, folks. That was a very exciting race. 0.26 of a second in at the end. They were 5.5 clear of John in third, who was also on the same lap. Brendan Wade in for fourth. Josh Beniston for fifth. Brent Higman for sixth. Wayne O'Young for seven. Chris Stanley 8. Steve Thorcraft 9. And we lost Phil towards the end there, unfortunately. So now get Vintage Trans Am out on track. We'll just give the 2 Brendans a quick chance to grab their cars as they're in back-to-back races. So we'll get 12 scale drivers out to marshal for this one. I'll get you guys underway and then I'll jump out and marshal myself. So 12 scale drivers, if you can marshal for the Vintage Trans Am races, please. So I'll jump out there myself once this race is underway and then we will be all good to go.
Scott Marr. Daryl Knight. Ryan Wheeler. Josh Gajanov. Steve Wernick. Luke Hare. Brett Allen.
Alrighty guys, so I'll jump out there and marshal for you momentarily. So
Brendan Wade.
again guys, 12 scale drivers, you jump out for marshal for this one. I'll jump out there myself once we're underway. Just waiting for Brendan, although he was in back-to-back races, so we'll just give him a minute. He's there, and we're just waiting for the Viking as well. Is he going to make this? Brendan's on his way. Is Steve? So Brendan's on his way to check off now.
Brendan George.
Alrighty, folks, we'll start lining them up now. So it'll be Scott 1, Brendan Wade 2, Luke 3, Brendan George 4, Josh Gadgeton 5, Brett Allen 6, P7 will be vacant, I think, with the Viking. Darryl will be 8, Steve 9, and Ryan 10. So start lining them up, please, folks. Going to jump out and marshal now. I'll hand it over to my well-capable deputy.
We're off. Scott gets a nice start, already being pressured by Brendan. Ooh! Big roll for, I think, Josh there. That's not good. The top three very close through the first lap. Moffat Carr's going to make a dive. That's Luke into second. I don't think Brendan's going to let that slide. He tries to get it back. Another Brendan George looming in the background as well, this one. Looks already just trying to hold off Brendan Wade at the moment. Looks like he's moved on to Scott, who's already 0.2 of a second in front of him. How close are they now? It has gone out to about half a second in front. And it looks like that's Brendan Wade. He looks like he's having a bit of trouble there. Just tries to get past Brett there. Meanwhile, two at the front, Scott and Luke separated by under 0.4 of a second. And that is a weird sounding number 4 car scraping along the ground. Luke has taken the lead of this one. Scott's fell down to third, as Brendan's now up into second. Just gets by the Shell Hilux car there. Very nice livery. Very nice liveries for everyone at the moment. Dara, watch out. You've got the leader behind you. Luke just muscles past Channel 9 Camaro. That gap out front is about 4.2 seconds in the entire field. Well, the 9 cars we've got are all about under 40 seconds. You can cover them at 40 seconds. Oh, a bit of a battle between Brett and Darryl there. Bit of contact. They got the leader. They got one of the leaders up behind them.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Luke Hare, Brendan Wade, and
Good
Scott
racing
Marr.
out there, everyone. Bit of a spin for Brett there. He's fell down to 7th. And it looks like we just lost Ryan out of this one as well, which is a shame. It may be running in third, but it still doesn't sound good. Brendan George just trying to cover Scott at the moment, the pole sitter, in that car that's scraping along the ground. You can definitely hear it through the first turn. It's not affecting his pace in any way. He's in a 17.247. Luke is pulling out the sizable lead of this race, 5.566 seconds. And Scott's fallen a little bit back to Brendan. That gap's only 1.154 seconds now. The gaps just close a little bit when they come across the line.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Ooh.
2,
Scott
1.
just lost it at the just approaching the first turn there.
Daryl Knight done. Luke
And
Hare
Luke
done.
is going to cross the line
Josh
to take the
Gagino
win out
done.
of this one.
Steve Wernick done.
Huge gap, 5.2
Brendan Wade done.
seconds back to Brendan.
Brendan George done. Brett Allen done. Scott Marr done.
And the final order at the end of that race is Luke, Brendan Wade, Brendan George, Scott, Josh, Daryl, Brett, and then Steve.
The race is completed.
And it's pretty obvious, but I'm still going to say it. Up next is the Nitro. So that will be Phil, Chris, James, and Adam. I think I speak for everyone when I say nothing beats the smell of petrol on a Saturday afternoon.
Just going to do a test start of the audio here, guys. Don't worry about hearing any bad noises.
Thank you for the entertaining drive.
Okay, folks, so for the start of this one, there will be no 5-second countdown. I will count yous down, and then there'll be just one buzzer that you'll go on. Yeah, and they'll have Luke who will make the gesture for your pit mechanic to tell you cars down. So we'll line up every second grid slot, guys, just to give you space. Every second grid slot, just to give you space. So it'll be Phil out of P1. We'll put Chris P3, James P5, and Adam P7, just to make things a little bit easier. So I'll get your pit mechanics onto that. Luke will also be the guy who'll make the cars down gesture for your pit crew. Again, guys, it's just one buzzer to go. I will count yous down. I'll say 5, 4, 3, cars down, 2, 1, and then I'll whack that buzzer, and then you'll be underway. So a few laps to warm up, guys, and then we'll get underway. We're going to get a couple of volunteer marshals. That will be incredibly welcome for this one. So again, guys, any volunteer marshals for this would be hugely, hugely appreciated. So I've got 2 out of our 4 runners. We get everyone else out as quick as we can. We love the smell of nitrous methane in the afternoon.
James White, Chris Newland,
Alrighty guys, so we'll do 1 or 2 more warm-up laps, then we'll top them up and then we'll get them over to the grid. So 1 or 2 more laps, we'll top them up and we'll get them over to the grid. So remember guys, 20-minute race for this one. You cannot win it in the first corner, though I'm sure many people have often tried. Alrighty folks, so 1 or 2 more laps guys, 1 or 2 more laps. Alrighty folks, top them up and get them to the grid. Bring them into the pits, top them up and get them to the grid. Or if your pit man is already over at the grid, go over to the grid. So every second grid spot, so it'll be Phil 1, Chris 3, James 5, Adam 7. So round to your grid slot, guys. So we'll keep every second grid slot, so 1, 3, 5, and 7. Or we're just going to go like that. Okay. Okay, folks. Are we all set? Oh, where are we going? What's up with Chris? Oh. All right, just keep topping them off, guys. Just keep topping them off. We'll give 5 seconds to get Chris's car refired. You can just keep topping them off. All right, just give us a sec, guys. All right, here we go. All right, let's go, guys. Straight back to the grid. We're going to get started now. Let's go, 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 go. Straight to the grid, Ross. Straight to the grid. Let's go. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. All righty. 5, 4, 3. Cars down. 2, 1. So we are underway. Got Chris's car stalled, but he's trying to get it going again. So minute 15 in, 18 3/4 minutes to go. Phil out to a lead of 8.8 seconds over James. Adam into third. He is 18 seconds off the lead. Phil gets down to a 15.7. That is quick. So coming up 2 minutes gone, 18 to go. Phil out to a 13-second lead over James at the moment, running strongly. Fuel economies like in these cars. Can we get a Marshall at the back sweeper, please? Marshall at the back sweeper. So 17.5 minutes to go, a little under 17.5 minutes. Phil absolutely flying out front. See what fuel economy's like. Phil's got the speed. James may very well have the fuel economy, though. We will see. Little over a lap the gap, first to second.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Thermophil, James White, and Adam Parker.
James just does his PB lap, 17.4. Quietly getting quicker and quicker in the all-green car. Past 3 scored, 13.5 to go. Phil comfortably leading by 22 seconds. James about a lap and a half, and good news, Chris is about to rejoin. So can Chris get back to the podium? It's possible. Let's see how he goes. 4 minutes gone, 16 to go. Fuel economy. Nope, got Adam in the pits. Is there a problem with his car? Does he need some fuel? So 4.5 minutes in. And Adam's car stalled now as well. Hopefully get him back out. So 4.5 minutes gone now, 15.5 to go. Starting to get into that pit window for fuel. So Adam back out on track. Just gone 5.5 minutes gone, so we could see some pit stops very soon. These cars' fuel economy is generally about 5-6 minutes. Can be up to 7 if you really lean them out. So we'll see what fuel economy happens. Coming up to 6 minutes gone. Oh, and Phil from the lead loses a wheel. He was 2 laps clear. Got to get that car back to the pits as quickly as we can, please.
After 6 minutes, the top drivers are Thermophil, James White, and Adam Parker.
So James White could be doing it again here from what he did at the SummerSlam. So James about to come around now and take the lead. The slowly but surely approach is working a treat. And we're about to have Chris Newland rejoin, hopefully, which is good to see. And we're hopefully going to have Phil in. I might as well give him some jungle juice while he's there. James is now 1 lap clear, so it's still anyone's race. Chris Newland about to register his first lap. So he's now officially underway. So Phil's about to get his wheels retightened and he'll hopefully be back out soon. James cruising meantime. Adam Parker is only 3 laps away from second place here. So 7.5 minutes gone, 12.5 to go. So James cruising in the all-green car is five laps clear. So we are 8 minutes down, 12 to go. Just keep it calm, folks. Keep it calm. So Phil's about to get fueled up. He'll be back out there to go again soon, which is good to see. Car screams to life and he's back underway. He's literally just lost second to Adam. That is literally second and third ahead. So 8.5 minutes gone, 11.5 to go. Phil just takes back second, literally right then. He's just got to find 6 laps to get to to James in the lead. So James at the moment has just got to have a nice, sure, clean, steady run. 6 laps to the good of Phil. About 2 minutes.
After 9 minutes, the top drivers are James White, Thermo Phil, and Adam Parker.
So James on target to do 65 laps, and he's about to complete 30 next time past. We are just coming up to 9.5 minutes to go. So 9.5 minutes gone, sorry. So we are very quickly closing in on halfway. As we've got Adam in now for his pit stop. Currently in third. James currently cruising at the moment. So we're about to hit halfway through, folks. Halfway through, 10 minutes gone, 10 to go. Phil's found about 6 seconds over James, so he is closing in on him. See if he can make any jump through pit stops. He's got to unlap himself about 6 times, but it is possible. Well, he's unlapped himself once. Only got to do that another 5 or 6 times and he'll be back on the same lap. Got a problem for Chris, but he's back on his lid and all good to go. Got James in. This looks like a scheduled stop. He's got a skilled mechanic in one, Jay Mackey, for him. Straight back out. Textbook pit stop. Gap's now minute 48. So in the last couple of minutes, Phil's found about 12 seconds. Just careful on the back straight, folks. All clear now. Got Chris on. He's a man on a mission. Can Chris reel in about 14 laps on Adam? We will find out in the next 8.5 minutes. So 8 minutes 40 to go, folks. Fastest lap belongs to Phil, a 15.7. Make that a 15.6. He does his best lap on that lap then. Got 8.5 minutes to go, folks. So Phil's about 4 and a bit laps down. He's under a minute 40 behind, so he's found about 20 seconds.
After 12 minutes 1 second, the top
8
drivers
minutes
are
to
James
go.
White, Thermophil, and Adam Parker.
So 7.5 minutes to go, folks. James continuing to lead. It's about 4.5 laps, the margin. Minute 25 is the gap on the timesheets, and about 4.5 laps in, Drew. So Phil's finding peace now under a minute 25, a minute 23 with 7 minutes 10 seconds to go. It is not impossible. 41 laps in the books for James. Phil's about to come round and complete 37. Six minutes 50 to go. James very much slow and steady wins the race here, but the car's running very cleanly, the all-green car. 6.5 minutes to go. Chris's car roars to life. So Phil continuing to charge. He's got the margin down to a minute 16. He is finding time. Alrighty, 6 minutes 10 seconds to go, folks. 6:10 to go. Phil gets another lap back on James now. So he's now a minute 13 behind. This is going to be a close run fit thing at the end. We have 6 minutes to go. 14 down. Gap is now a minute 10, a minute 11 in James's favour. Phil in. This is for a scheduled stop. It is critical that car doesn't stall. And it doesn't. He's out. Good clean stop. 5.5 minutes to go. That should get Phil to the line. James may need one more stop. We will find out soon. In the next 5.5 minutes, Adam comes in for what should be his final stop with 5.5 minutes to go. Gap's a minute 18 in James's favour. James does need a stop. I think James needs a stop anyway. So it's about 4 laps, the gap. 47 laps completed for James, 43 for Phil. A minute 15 is the gap. So Phil's got to cut past a few times.
After 15 minutes 1 second, the top drivers are James White, Thermophil, and Adam Parker.
So it's a minute 13 the gap now. So James completes 48 laps as Phil has completed 44. Gap now down to a minute 10. 4.5 minutes to go. See Jeffrey waiting in the pits. Is James coming in? Yes, he is. Should be a good clean stop. Quick tank of juice and he'll be away, and is. 4 minutes 20 to go. So it's 4 minutes 20 to go for James. He's about to complete his 50th lap. Phil is about to complete his 47th lap. 1 minute 6 is the margin. James just lets him go. Probably a good thing. No need to run too hard. 4 minutes to go. Phil's going to have this gap under a minute soon. Can Phil complete the comeback of all comebacks? We have 3 minutes 40 to go. We're about to find out the new gap. It is 59 seconds. 3.5 minutes to go. Gap now 48 seconds. Phil is not giving up. 3 minutes 15 to go. Yeah, 45 seconds. 3 minutes to go. This is going to be a close run thing. The gap is about 2 laps. A little over 2 laps. 2 minutes 50 on the clock. This is going to be a close finish at the rate Phil is charging here. It's 39 seconds it's down to. So he's got to basically pass James 3 times in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. "36 seconds the margin in James's favour. Phil goes through. He's got one of those laps back. 2 minutes 5 seconds on the clock. Phil will charge until either the race finishes or it runs out of petrol.
The top drivers are James White, Thermo Phil, and Adam Parker.
Under 2 minutes to go. 1 minute 45 to go. Gap is now 32.9 seconds. James is just managing that margin beautifully. Predicted pace is 64 laps. He's completed 58. So on this, about 6 more laps with 90 seconds to go. Phil's down to 30.7 seconds. He's going to get this to under half a minute. 1 minute 15 to go. 1 minute 15 to go. .8 seconds with 1 minute and 5 seconds on the clock. Moment there for Adam, but he's gathered it up. What can Phil do? He's got it down to 27 seconds. It's been a valiant charge. I don't think it's going to be enough. The gap's going to be about a lap and a half at this rate, maybe a lap. 40 seconds on the clock. Can James hang on to this? So Phil's going to get to pretty much a lap down. 30 seconds to go. 24 seconds is the margin. This is going to be close. 23 seconds on the clock. 15 seconds. Keep going till you are called done, drivers. 10 seconds to go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Finish your laps, folks.
Adam Parker done.
Adam is finished. Adam gets third. James, meantime, by literally a lap, the comeback of the century for James. Phil will just unlap himself. And will just get onto the same lap.
James White done.
18 seconds in the end from 2 minutes behind for Phil was a pretty good recovery, but it is James White who is the winner.
The race is completed.
Whew. And breathe, everyone. I think we found the reason we don't do nitro racing. It's stressful. Well done to James. Great run. 1 lap in the end over Phil was 18 seconds in the end. Whew. Adam in for third on just his second race meeting back ever. And Chris in for fourth with a few problems, unfortunately. Before we get back underway, folks, quick question for the F1 boys. Because we're down to 12 of you, do you want to combine for the final 2 rounds of finals? Yeah. 12 Skull will be up next, but F1, I'm hearing lots of yeses. Yes. Am I hearing any no's at all? Jeffries. Yeah, you good? You guys are good? Not that. All right, guys. So just give me a minute. I'll just combine grids for the last 2 F1 finals. So we'll put all 12 of yous together, and we will have to go up in race order. That will be the only thing. and a couple of us, yes, will be back-to-back. So we'll keep that in mind. So in the meantime, F12 scale, if you guys want to head your way over to pre-race scrutineering. And I'll just combine the A3 as well. So Scott will go to 11 and Andrew to 12. Alrighty, folks. So yes, 12 scale. If you guys want to head to pre-race scrutineering, please.
Glenn Wilson. Tim Tam Dave. Leon Phillips.
Radio. So we're just waiting on Scott, James, and John. If we can get our
James Turner.
it's Nitro, James. And get our Nitro drivers out to Marshall, please.
John Lipwoos.
Or we'll start to make their pit crews Marshall for you. But you can
Scott
have that
Marr.
conversation. Righto, everyone's checked off, so we'll just do a couple more laps. So Leon's by this time, so we'll get you to grid up. If we can get some marshals out there, please. So Nitro drivers, let's just come off the stand. Start calling names if I need to. So we've got one out there so far. We need 3 more marshals, please. Chris Newell and James Waite and Phil Carpenter. Marshalling, please. We need a marshal over on the grid to help line these cars up. Righto, so racing is not going at the moment as we do not have enough marshals out on the track. So it's up to everyone here to help out, please. Where's our nitro guys? We need our nitro drivers out onto the track to marshal, please. Righto, we've got enough marshals now. Just wait for Bob to jump off and then we'll get going. Radio, watch your cars. And that is one Spurgear Gonskis. So, to commence the race, we had a little bit of a interesting first lap, which has now put Dave Reston into the lead with James Turner up into second place. So after a minute, Dave Reston, James Turner, Scott Maher and John Lippers. We've had a couple of retirements. Scott's coming through for second place. He's definitely having a crack out there now. Got a bit of work to do after a first lap incident, finding the inside of the keyhole. Dave Reston sets his fastest lap of the race, but has a minor issue coming onto the back straight, which puts Scott Maher back into the lead and James Turner back up into second. So no one wants to win this race at the moment. The way James is going, he'll just sit there in second and maybe come home with the bickies. So Scott set a blistering 15.4. Probably one of the fastest laps of the day in 12 scale.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Scott Maher, James Turner, and Tim Tam Dave.
So James just sets his fastest lap with a 16.0, and Dave's chasing him hard and sets his fastest lap with a 15.6. So the track's definitely coming into play in the back of the Nitro final. It's gripped up. These foam tyres might be working really well out there. Scott Mars set a fastest time of 15.2. So the gap from first to second is at about 4 seconds. Second to third is about 2. And that gap's holding pretty steady at the moment. So Dave's got his work cut out for him. James just sets his fastest lap with a 15.9. Scott has a bit of a moment that time by. Dave's just taken 4/10 out of James that lap. So we've got just over 3.5 minutes to go. James and Dave set their best laps that time by 2. Not much between them. James is down to a 15.7. Dave's a 15.6. So consistency will be key here. Scotty Marr just does a 15.1, which is absolutely cracking pace, 12 scale. The track is clearly playing into their hands this part of the day. Gap second to third is 1.6 seconds. But it's not like Scott's got it all his own way. He's only 2.8 seconds in the lead. We saw this last time. Scott's car just, dies off a little bit towards the end of the race. The super fluids that he puts on his tyres must be wearing off. It's going to be a great race here between James and Dave. You can see it on track. It's less than a second, the gap between second to third. It's down to 0.8 of a second, that gap. Meanwhile, Scott is 3 seconds.
After 6 minutes, the top drivers are Scott Marr, James Turner, and Tim Tam Dave.
And we are down to the last 2 minutes, and you can see first, second and third, they are on the straight at the same time. There is nothing between them. John, you do have the leaders approaching. Thank you, John. This is going to come down to the last part of this race. If everyone enjoyed the TCR final, I would encourage you to come out to the track now, because this is getting close. There's a battle for second and third. Dave's all over the back of James, but he's holding him off. Meanwhile, Scott's just slowly falling back into their grasp. Less than 2 seconds. 2 seconds covers the top 3. Dave's We've got 50 seconds to go, drivers. Scott's just got to hold off. Dave's all over the back of James. "30 seconds to go, drivers." Scott's had an issue, which has brought James back into the equation. First, second and third. Oh, Scott's had another one, and Dave's down the inside. Unfortunately, James got caught up in Scott's error. And looks like Dave Reston has
10, 9,
come
8,
home to potentially
7,
steal the win.
6, 5,
We are on the last
4,
lap now.
3, 2.
There is nothing
1.
between them. Oh, James has had a slight issue coming out the keyhole. Scott
John Litt
sent
was
his
done.
airborne. And from third place for pretty much most of the race,
Tim Tam Dave done.
Dave Reston
Scott
is
Marr
at
done.
home for the win.
James Turner done.
Well done, drivers. Great racing.
The race is completed.
All right, folks, just give us a minute. So we've had a thing we're not going to combine. So I'll just have to refix this. So just give me a minute or so. So it'll be just Sportsman B as it was. Just give us a sec, folks. Okay. Guys, can you just give us a minute just to bring your cars in just while we sort this out? That'd be good. Alrighty, folks. So F1B, I think it's just going to be the 2 years because we're minus Leon, so it'll be just Scott and Drew on track. You guys are up now. So Scott and Leon on track, and we'll get the B main for front wheel drive to Marshall. Thanks, Greg. Everyone, be nice to Greg out on track, or he'll say mean things about you later. So if we're minus Leon, folks, what we'll do, we'll just get used to. If I get this on the right page, that will also help. So Scott and Drew, if you guys just check off and then line up, Scott will be one. Or if you want to line them up side by side, do that.
Scott Johnston. Drew Liu.
So I'll jump up there and volunteer marshal myself. Alrighty, folks, I'll hand it over to my very handy deputy.
This starting alongside each other business could be a bit interesting. We'll see how that goes. But if we're all ready, we'll get going. Very nicely off the line. Drew takes the lead from Scott. And he holds it. But it's really close. Scott's going to try and get it back. He isn't close enough to make the pass. Drew goes wide at the final turn, but he's keeping it close to Scott. Scott's starting to pull away. Scott takes a 19.359. And that's a tire off Scott's car. That's not good. We've gone from 3 cars in this category to 2 cars in this category to 1 car in this race. It doesn't look like Scott's going to be able to get that back on quickly as well. This leaves Drew to do his own thing. Drew sets the fastest lap of the race, a 19.068. Still a bit of debris has been found on track. So that's a bit of a shame for Scott. Hopefully he can get it back out there later today for the final race.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Drew Liu, Scott Johnston, and Leon Phillips.
So Drew comes and sets a new fastest lap, a 19.014. You can practically treat this like a practice session out of that moment. Drew is on course to do 15 laps in this race with a minute to go. So if you're in the next heat of Formula 1, so that's the Formula 1A race, you might want to head down to scrutineering now because you're up next in about 40 seconds. Drew's very close to his fastest lap there on 19.062. Gets even closer that time around at 19.021 with about 10 seconds to go on the clock.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Hit the wall there.
4, 3, 2, 1. Drew Liu done.
And that is the end of the race. Drew comes across the line and wins with a hefty margin of 13 laps down to Scott and Leon.
The race is completed.
And up next,
All right, up next we have Formula One A1 main, and I think with Drew doing burnouts, that's the first time a Haas has ever done victory burnouts, so he's doing better than the real team. If you own a silver Holden Ute, you are, I believe, parked across the handicap spaces. Can you please move it? Alrighty, so
Brent
F1
Love,
A2 on
Ross
track
Lawler.
now. We have Jeff Mackey, Ross Lellick, Dave Reston, Andrew
Brett Allen.
Curlis, Brett Allen, Alex Nyam, Anthony Bryant, Tim Liu, Luke Hare, and Brett Love. I will
Mr.
get
Carrot.
TCRA to
Tim
marshal
Liu.
this one, please. TCRA.
Jeffrey Mackey.
If you can jump out and marshal. So front-wheel drive TCRA, if you can jump out and marshal for this one.
Tim Tam
That'll be
Dave.
very much appreciated. And then these guys will end up marshal for you in your race.
Anthony Bryant. Luke Hare. Alex Niam.
This is race 10 of, I think, 18, 19, so I'll be about now. Hopefully. But we are. Alrighty, folks, you are all checked off. So marshals are on their way out there. So if you can start lining up, it'll be Jeff 1, Ross 2, Dave 3, Curly 4, Brett 5, Alex 6, Anthony 7, Tim 8, Luke 9, and Brett in 10. So line them up this time by guys. Cars are lining up, so slow cars on the back straight. Just be aware of that. So Jeffrey's good. Ross is coming down to be good. Dave will be P3. Curly will be P4. Brett will be P5. P6 is Alex. P7 is Anthony. P8's Tim. We've got Luke. And Brett into P10. Excellent. Oh, everyone's good to go. Okay, folks. 5 bibs and a bob. Go on the bob. Here we go. Nice clean start. Everyone's mostly through turn 1 unscathed. And mostly through turn 2 unscathed. Oh, and that's as far as we got before anyone got unscathed. So we have Jeffrey away in the lead, followed by Ross and Dave. It's a common occurrence, that. Those 3 names in F1. We've got Anthony up into P4, just ahead of Tim, who's had a great start from 8th up into 5th. We've got Curly back to 6th from 4th, Alex 7th from 6th, Brent's up into 7th from 10th, Luke 9th from 9th, Brett back to 10th from 5th. Now that I've said that, I'm sure it's all changed for the next lap. Although top 5 have maintained their lap 1 order. Brent Love having a great start to the race. Started 10th. He's up into 6th after 2 laps in the very cool looking Vegas Bull. Brett also the sponsor of this class, which we need to make another mention of. Love RC Racing for all your F1 and Pancar LMP needs. He's the man to see. We've got just behind him we have Luke, Curly, and Alex. Brett's not far away either, although behind him is the charging Jeff Mackey in the lead. So remember, folks, it'll be the orange McLaren T car. It's currently in the second part of the chicane, is the leader, closely followed by the Buzz and Hornets Jordan, and one of the 2 fluoro yellow and white cars, which is in third. That is Dave Reston. He's got the big number 3 down the left-hand side of the car. Got the good battle for 4th and 5th between the Alpine and what did I call Tim's car? The cooler Force India cousin, because it just looks better than a Force India. Oh, careful in front of the pits, careful in front of the pits. Stay to the inside, stay to the inside, and caution clear. And just careful, just past the pits at the first corner, past the pits. Stay to the inside, all clear. So just gone 2 minutes down. Got 2 minutes 50 to go. Best lap belongs to Jeffrey, a 16.4. 3, 16.44 for Ross, so their fastest laps are pretty close. So Ross now does a 16.24 to be the fastest lap of the race. It is 1.8 between them, between the Test McLaren and the Buzz and Hornets Jordan. Got Dave Reston in a bit of traffic at the moment. I think he's up behind Brett Love in the Vegas Bull. I think Brett will let him go here. Thanks, Brent. And then he's just got Curly to get through, and then he can charge after the top two. So Anthony now pulled with a little bit of margin over Tim for 4th and 5th.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Jeffrey Mackey, Ross Lawlick, and Tim Tam Dave.
Minute 20 to go in this one. Gap is 2.1 in Jeff's favour over Ross. We've got Dave still in 3rd. He's now 8 clear of Anthony, who's got 5.5 over Tim, who has 7 seconds over Curly, who's then just got 1.3 to Brent, who then just has 0.1 to Alex. Then it's 2.3 to Brett Allen and just 3.2 to Luke. Whole field covered by just a little over half a minute with 1 minute to go.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mr. Carrot done. Jeffrey Mackey done. Ross Lawlick done. Brent Love done. Alex Niam done. Anthony Bryant done. Brett Allen done. Tim Tam Dave done.
Jeff grabs the win.
Tim Lou done.
Nicely done, Jeffrey. In
The
for
race is
the win
completed.
by 2.6 seconds over Ross. Ross then had 7 seconds clear to Dave. Top 3 all on 18 laps. Anthony Bryant in for 4th in 17 laps, and he was then 9 seconds clear of Tim, who was then a lap clear of Curly, who was then 4.3 clear of Brent Love, who was then 0.1 clear of Alex, who was then 3.3 clear of Brett Allen, and we lost Luke in that one. So I'll get Sportsman. We'll get Mob Boss Graphics, front wheel drive, B2 main up now. That will be Bryce, Darryl, and Greg. Track is yours.
Darryl Knight. Greg Rossiter. Bryce Thomas.
Sorry, guys, just in the middle of something there. So we get Formula 1B out to Marshall for these guys. Formula 1B out to Marshall. I see Scott out there. He's going to volunteer Marshall. Quick as we can, guys. One or two more people. Formula 1B, you guys should be out to Marshall, please. I see Scott out there. All right, I'll jump out there. Here we go.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Bryce Thomas, Greg Rossiter, and Daryl Knight.
So we have 50 seconds left in this one. Bryce continuing to lead Greg. Gap is 5 seconds and then just half a second to Darryl. So second and third is tight. Got the every fluoro colour on the colour chart on Greg's car, and Darryl with the very cool chrome silver playing cards car. Looks very cool up close, that car. Highly recommend you check it out in the bits. So just under 30 seconds to go, folks. So front wheel drive TCR, if you guys are number A, if you guys head towards pre-race scrutineering, please.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Greg Rossiter done. Bryce Thomas done. Daryl Knight done. The race is completed.
Nicely done there from Bryce. Goes for 2 from 2. Just holds Darryl off by 1.8 seconds. Greg in for third. Good close race, guys. Next up, A2 main for the Mob Boss Graphics front wheel drive TCR. Thank you once again to Chris the Don himself for sponsoring not only this class but also for getting our silverware done for trophies and plaques for presentation. So for this one, if we can get Formula 1A out to Marshall, please. Formula 1A out to Marshall for these guys, as these guys marshalled for you guys.
Brendan Wade. Brendan George. Greg Brooks.
So we have
Joshua Benny
this A2 main, followed by A2 main for Vintage Trans Am. That will be up next, and they'll be into our third finals for everyone.
Stephen Thorncraft.
So he's waiting for John Krillis and Brent Hickman to check off.
Brent Hickman.
Thank you, Brent. And John's literally about to cross the line now.
John Krillis.
Excellent. You're all checked off, folks. F1A drivers, if you guys jump out to Marshall, all our drivers are ready. If you just want to start lining them up. So Luke is there, guys, to line you up on the grid this time by. So it is Greg 1, Brendan George 2, John Krillis 3, Phil Carpenter 4, Brendan Wade 5, Wayne O'Young 6, Josh Beniston 7, Steve Thorncraft 8, Brent Hickman 9, and Chris Stevie 10. Just as you were last time. Bye, guys. So top 5 are good. Wayne's about to be good in 6. Josh is good in 7. Steve's good in 8. Brent's good in 9. And the Don is good in 10. Okay, folks, here we go. What's your car? Everyone cleanly through turn 1. We had a ripper race in the first one between Greg and Brendan. Brendan took a lap or two to get his tyres in the window, but then he had a good one. John was always there as well, as was Brendan, Wade and Phil, and that is the case again in this one by the look of it. Ripper race already. Top 5 with a slight gap on the field. Brendan up close behind Greg. Down the back straight they go. Phil with a small moment, but he gathers it back up and keeps it on running. Top 2 starting to break away. John and Brendan Wade pretty close as well for 3rd and 4th. Got a good battle with Steve Thorncraft up into 5th now, up into 6th now. He's bracing with Josh Beniston and Brent Hickman. Oh, contact on the back straight. Wayne and Chris will go past. 1 minute down, 4 to go. And it is 0.39 of a second. Greg 2, Brendan in the lead. Make that 0.38. It is close, as it was in race 1. Brendan takes a couple of minutes or 2 to get his car in the window. Sort of the opposite state titles. Brendan's car started well but faded late. Now it's coming into its own later in the race. John sticking with them pretty closely as well. We have got a ripper battle here. Something goes wrong between 1st and 2nd. John's going to be right there. Down the back straight they go. Whole field still on the lead lap, covered by 13.4 seconds. Into the chicanes. Brendan dives into that corner well. Fire out onto the back straight again. This is a ripper battle. Past the pits go the 2 leaders now. It is the yellow, orange and blue car and the red and white car. So if you are racing around, you see them come up behind you, they are lapping. Also watch for the fluoro orange and silver car. That is in 3rd place. That is also in the battle. So complete another lap now. The top 3, it's 0.2 in at 1st to 2nd. Then it's just 1.4 back to 3rd. It's close. Greg using the defensive line. Brendan can seem to really move his car around well under brakes. He has a look up the inside as they reel another lap off. Not quite close enough, but that... This is on. Josh, careful, mate. Leaders approaching. Just heads up. Thanks, mate. Oh, Brendan has a look. Oh, keeping it clean, just like the first race. Good to see. Wayne, Steve, and Brett Hickman, heads up, guys. You can have the 2 leaders approaching you soon. Caution coming on the loop. Got a car on its lid. Oh, and Brendan takes advantage of that. Greg's going to come back at him,
After
though.
3
Brendan
minutes,
drives it
the
down
top
the
drivers
inside.
are Greg Brooks, Brendan George, and John Creelis.
That has literally changed as the computer says that. Brendan back on point now. If Greg gets back through him, that sends it to a decider. We've got John in the orange, fluoro orange and silver car carving his way through the traffic. He's not out of this yet either. This is a great battle. 2 of the best drivers who have raced. Down the back straight they go. 90 seconds on the clock. Greg sending it deep there. Deep under brakes he goes. Minute 15 on the clock. Brendan's car. I believe it is the ex-John Puce Nationals winning car from last year as well, I'm told. So there is a... good car and good driver. Got 2 good cars and 2 good drivers out now, which is great to see. 15 laps completed, 0.6 in Brendan's favour. Oh, and a moment there. Greg's back down the inside. Turn him up. Head away from the battle for the first time, and that's what happens. 39 seconds to go. If Greg can hold this off, we are going to a decider in A3. Thanks, Chris. As they go down the back straight now, we have 26 seconds on the clock. They're going to squeeze 2 more laps out by the look of it. 17 complete. They're on target for 19. What a ripper battle. Sorry to everyone else in the race. This is just too good to tear my eyes away from.
9, 8.
So they'll start their final
7,
lap now.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brent Hickman done.
Ripper battle, thank you,
John
Phil.
Creelis done.
This is a
Wayne O'Young
ripper
done.
race down the back straight.
Brendan Wade
done. Contact
Joshua
there, but
Benny's
they hold it.
done.
Keep it steady.
Stephen
We're
Thorncraft
going to a
done.
decider in
Greg Brooks
A3.
done. Brendan George done. Thermophil done. The Don done.
See, grand total
race is
of
completed.
0.2 of a second in the end. Ripper racing, guys. John in for 3rd, Brendan 4th, Phil's 5th, Brett Hickman 6th, 7th for Wayne, 8th for Josh, 9th for Steve, and 10th for Chris. Whew, what a race. And there's still 1 more to go. Alright, guys. Our second final is Frontline Hobby sponsored Vintage Trans Am. Track is yours, guys. That'll be Scott Marr, Brendan Wade, Luke Hare, Brendan George, Josh Gajanov, Brett Allen, Steve Hargensen, Darryl Knight, Steve Wernicke, and I believe we're minus Ryan for this one as well.
Scott Marr. Josh Gajanov.
And just a heads up, guys,
Darryl
after
Knight.
this, we will just have a couple
Brett
of minutes
Allen.
break, because obviously we don't have the Nitro final between rounds. This time we'll have a couple of minutes break just to let
Steve
everyone get
Wernick.
their catch their breath. Obviously, there's people with 2 or 3 cars, so I'll just give them 5 minutes just to prep their cars. I mean, heck, I've only got 1 car, and I've still got a bit of prep to do on it. So after this race, we'll just give everyone a couple of minutes, just 5 minutes or so, and then we'll get into our 3rd round of finals.
The Viking. Luke Hare.
So I believe we're minus Ryan for this one, so I'll be 1 to 9 on the grid. P10 won't be there. We'll just give Brendan and Brendan a quick chance because they've got to get both their cars on track.
Brendan Wade.
Looks like we've got Luke in a bit trouble before the start of the race. He seems to have pulled the Piastri there. We've got another car in the wall. Steve Hargensen, I think.
Brendan George.
All right, can we get our 12 scale drivers out to Marshall for this one, please, guys? 12 scale drivers out to Marshall. I'll jump out there myself in a sec. So 12 scale drivers out to Marshall.
So that's all cars that are going to do racing. So let's grid them up this time around, everyone, please. So the order will be Scott, Brendan Wade, Luke, Brendan George, Josh, Brett, Steve Hargensen, Darren Life, and Steve. Can we please put the car on the grid, please? Thank you. Okay, we're gonna get going now. And we're off. Good start from Brendan. Brett has a bit of a spin at the start, though. Oh, bit of argy-bargy at the front. That's going to get Brendan George up a couple spots. Brendan 1-2 after the first lap. Oh, and we've got a rollover at the front. It's really close between the top four. And we've got a car on its roof. And it's back to Scott versus Luke up the front. Brendan's lost out on that one big time. Luke's going to go for a big dive. He's a little bit too far back on Scott. Can't get through right now. And that looks like Steve, and that does not look good. Brendan's slowly starting to catch them back up again. Scott, Luke, Brendan, the top three, locked in combat once more. Really close. Luke has to do double, a lot of multitasking here, attacking and defending. It's just reeling in the gap. 0.6 of a second separating the top three. Under 15 seconds separating all the cars. That gap went out a little bit to 0.5 of a second. He lost a bit of time to Scott that time around. He's very close now. Cannot do anything. He's just falling back down. Back closer to Brendan. They're really close as they come around that time. Brendan sets his fastest lap time of the day at 17.5 5, 8, 7. Oh, look like Luke was going to go for a dive there. He is going to go for a dive. He is a bit too far back. Can he pull it off? It's so close to the front there. He's jumping all over the curbs. Brilliant racing through the top couple cars. And they got a rollover shell Hilux on the back straight. Now Brett and Daryl having their own little battle. Brett takes it wide and Daryl's off the track. So that would be Brett off his spot. Slowly cooling himself back from his disaster at the start. And it's really close between the top two at the moment. Luke looked like he could have had a go, but he was a bit too far back. Is he far back enough to have a go? No, he's too far away now. 0.2 of a second that time round. It's still really close.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Scott Marr, Luke Hare, and Brendan Wade.
It's just over 1 second separating the top couple cars. Brett and Daryl having a great battle at the moment. .3 of a second is the gap. Luke just cannot find the edge on his opponent at the moment. He's got 90 seconds left in this race to do something, and Daryl's got back in front of Brett. They're having a great race at the moment. They're so close at the front. 0.2 of a second. Is he going to go for a dive? Can he have a look? Cannot. Coming up to some back markers now. And that almost looked like the pass there. Oh, that's a collision at the front. Luke gives Scott a bit of a tap, and that's the end of that. This leaves Scott way far behind. And this puts Brendan now in a position where he could take the lead. He's only 0.7 off. Let's see what he can do. He's got 33 seconds to do so. .17 seconds left on the clock. The gap is 0.8 of a second. It looked like Luke's had this. He just has to hold on to it. 0.7.
9,
Again, the gap
8,
closes.
7, 6, 5, 4,
At
3,
the moment, it looks like
2,
it is going to stay this
1.
exactly how
Brett
it is
Allen
now.
done.
And as that's the time up, Luke's going to come across the line to win.
Luke Hare done.
Sensational VTA
Brendan Wade
race
done.
here in Newcastle.
Scott Marr done.
So that's
Brendan
Luke
George
at top,
done.
Brendan second,
Steve
Scott
Warnick
third,
done.
Brendan fourth,
Daryl
Josh
Knight
fifth, Daryl sixth,
Josh Gagino
Brett
done.
seventh, Steve and eighth.
The
So
race
again,
is
guys,
completed.
we'll just have a couple of minutes break, just let everyone catch their breath, and then we'll get into our third finals round. Alrighty, folks. So if 12 scale want to start heading over to pre-race scrutineering for our final run of finals. Starts now. 6 more races to go. It'll be 12 scale, F1B, F1A, followed by front-wheel drive B, front-wheel drive A, and then VTA to round out the day. So 12
Glenn
scale,
Wilson.
if you guys want to head to pre-race scrutineering, please.
John Lipwoods.
Okay, so we're just waiting on Scott, David, James, and Leon. If any of those guys are not gonna come to this event, can someone let me know? Is Leon, if Leon is gonna be doing this race, can someone let me know, please?
Tim Tam Dave.
Righto, so I don't think 12 scale is spoken for either, so it's all to play for. Leon, are you making this? Yep, he's walking this way.
James Turner. Scott Marr.
Scott's checked off. We're just waiting on Leon. Righto, so can we get some marshals out? We need probably a couple of volunteers as well so we can get this race underway. If you want some good trackside viewing, why not be a part of the action and go out and marshal a car? To be honest with these drivers, it's very unlikely. Actually, Leon's joining, so it's very likely that you will need a marshal. So
Leon Phillips.
if there's anyone out there, Nitro guys, I think it is actually your turn to marshal, but some of you may have gone already. So got Adam coming out. If anyone else is out there, Phil. I'm looking at you, Phil. Phil's on his way. Yep, they're coming. So everyone's checked off. If we can get someone around to the start line to help line them up. Or otherwise, I'll just keep going around and around in circles all day. Rightio. So this will be for the podium. Drivers, watch your cars. They're off and racing, and Dave Reston is all over the back. Scott's had a little bit of an issue going through the keyhole, and that puts Dave into the lead. And if he holds on, that would be for first position. Oh, James has had a moment at the back straight. He is being marshalled right now. That is not the start he wanted, but this has been a long race, and people have come back from worse positions. That puts Leon Phillips up into third. So, well, Dave's out in the blue. It's not the place you want to be. So whatever's happened in between races, it definitely doesn't have that nitro grip on it anymore. The VTA cars have been out there throwing some marbles down. So it's 2.3 seconds from first to second. We'll watch that gap. Leon's making it difficult for James, but he dives down the inside, and that puts James Turner back up into third position. It's 2.1 that time by first to second, so Scott started to find a little bit of time in his car. Got fast laps rolling in now. Everyone just does their fastest lap that time by. Fastest lap of the race is Scott Maher, so he is chasing Dave Reston down. Dave just does his fastest lap, and Scott betters it by 2/10. Puts it at 1.8. First to second. There is a chance it might take Scott a couple of laps just to get over poor driving displayed in the last race of VTA. Oh no, Leon Phillips has gotten into Dave Reston, and that has put Scott right on the back of Dave. Some might say team driving. Oh, side by side. Oh, Dave's turned in early. And that puts Scott through to the lead. James is still holding on to third. So we've seen Scott's car perform really well for the first 5 minutes, and then towards the end of the race it has known to slow down a little bit. So the question is Dave going to use up all of his bickies now? Is he just going to hold for a moment? Wait and see what happens.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Scott Maher, Tim Tam Dave, and James Turner.
So the gap's out to 2.7 seconds from first to second. Scott's just coming up to lap James, but James is maintaining his third position. You can see on track that Dave's brought that gap back quite noticeably. Scott's having some issues trying to get onto the straight. Car looks pretty balanced through the middle, but under power. Struggling. That gap's down to 1.9. It's first, third, and second on track. James has let David through, so that's your first, second, and third, although James is a lap down. It's 1.8 seconds, so Dave's taken a few tenths out of Scott over the last couple of laps. Just approaching 3 minutes and 30 to go. John, you got the leaders approaching. And then it'll be Leon, you'll have the leaders approaching. The gap's now down to 1.1 seconds. So Dave sets his fastest lap on that last lap. And you can see on track, had a massive impact. Oh, he makes it hard for him. Oh, no, there's been a tangle amongst team drivers. It's probably only fair payback in the scheme of things. Now, oh, no, Scott's washed out on the track. Oh, and Leon, for good measures, just added a little bit to him. Oh, no, Scott's... And James is back through, so Scott's got to try and regather his thoughts here. Dave Reston was putting the pressure on the lap times, and it's enough pressure that now seen him take the lead. 5 seconds was the gap at that time by. We'll see how Scott's gone now. James just sets his fastest lap of the race with everything going on around him. I know. Under power, it looks like Scott's losing a bit of rear grip. Got plenty of front turn.
After 6 minutes, the top drivers are Tim Tam Dave, Scott Marr, and James Turner.
It is pretty quick though. He has got the fastest lap of the race, only on lap 18. So Scott's got plenty of toe in it. It's just a matter of trying to get it all together. So we've got just a minute 30 to go, drivers, and 4.8 seconds, first to second. Oh no, Scott's on its lid. Can we get a marshal? Marshal's coming. And that may just have been enough to see the end of Scott's challenge, as Dave is close to lapping him. So Dave can just sit behind Scott. Scott might make it very hard for him. Some might say he's going to do a... oh, there it is. He's making it very hard. Oh, he's keeping him nice and wide. So the question is, if you're Dave Reston, do you even bother, or do you just hang there? 53 seconds to go. He doesn't need to pass him. Scott does have second place in the bag, but in saying that, James Turner is only 4.9 seconds behind, which could really mix things up. So Scott's approaching Leon, and Leon gives him a very wide berth this time by. Approaching 20 seconds to go, drivers. And this may see Dave Reston take the win in 12th scale. Scott Marr, a late entry.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. James Turner done.
And Dave Reston comes around to take the win in A3 main, and the win
Tim
for
Tam
today
Dave done.
for the Newcastle
Scott
Grand
Marr
Prix
done. John Lip was
in
done.
1/12 scar. Congratulations,
Phillips done.
Dave Reston. Well done, Scott Marr into second, James Turner up into third, Leon fourth, and John into fifth. Well done, drivers.
The race is completed.
Good to hear some laughter coming off the driver's stand. So we've got our B F1. Okay. So only a couple more races to go, and then we'll get into a quick presentation. So for those that will be receiving a trophy and those that participated today, we'd love you to be out around the driver's stand near the podium once today wraps up, and then we can hand out some trophies, but also get the track open for some practice as soon as we do that. So we've got our two drivers coming out onto track. If we can get our B main of TCR, if you can make your way out to the track, please.
Scott Johnston.
Righto, so
Drew Lou.
Scott and Drew have checked off. So we'll get you guys lined up. So this is the B main for round 3. of Formula One. We're going to do a rolling start, guys, are we? Going the side-by-side start. Righto, watch your cars. Well, there's no contact off the start. There's 2-car race. Oh, no. We have a car upside down, and that may be what may have cost him the win after 11 seconds of a 5-minute race. You can't win it in the second corner, but yes, looks like he may have lost it. Although there's plenty of time to go. Scott's got to keep it tidy. 9 seconds is the gap. Let's just see how it goes over the next few minutes. Might just take this time while they're out circulating around, just to call out to the pits for anyone that's pitting and intending on leaving shortly. Can you please make sure you take all your rubbish with you? Don't want it blowing around and having to pick it up later. So as you leave today, either use the rubbish bins or take it with you, please.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Scott Johnston, Drew Liu, and Leon Phillips. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Scott Johnston done.
And Scott will get redemption. All 4 wheels stayed on it this time. And Andrew
Drew Lou done.
will come across to finish in second.
The race is
Good
completed.
job, folks. Cars away. Can we get A3 main for the Love RC Racing Formula 1 out now? I believe this one, I can't remember if this one's already, I think this one is wrapped up. So I'm not sure if Jeff's going to be out there for this one. So we'll get TCRA out to Marshall.
Ross Lawlick. Tim Liu. Brent Love. Brett Allen. Tim Tam Dave. Anthony Bryant.
So if we get, again, guys, front wheel drive, TCRA out to Marshall as quickly as possible. So remember, guys, it's our 4th last race. 3 more to go after this one. So he's got
Jeffrey Mackey.
So we do have Mackie in here. Excellent. So he's waiting on Curly,
Luke
Alex,
Hare.
and
Mr. Karen.
good. Curly's good.
Alex Niam.
Everyone's checked off. Excellent. Alrighty, folks. Everyone's checked off. Marshals are out there. Start lining up, please, as soon as you can. Start lining up as soon as you can. Cars are lining up on the back straight now. Cars going slowly on the back straight. Just keep that in mind. So gridding up this time by, folks. Gridding up this time by. Let's go nice and slowly onto the back straight, please, so we don't run into the back of anyone. Round to the grids, please. As before, as before. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So we need Jeffrey 1, Ross 2, Dave 3, Curly 4, Brett Allen 5, Alex Niam 6. So if we can switch the Jordan and the other fluoro car, that goes back to 6. Yep, thanks, Chris. Anthony's good in 7, Tim's good in 8, Luke's good in 9, and Brent is good in 10. Alrighty, folks, final time for Formula 1 today. 5 bibs and a bob. Go on the bob. Good luck. Here we go. Nice clean start. Good start for Brett Allen there. Literally shoving Curly through the first corner there. So he's gone into enforcer mode there in the Jordan. Oh, and then spins out over the curb. Meantime, good start for Dave Rest. Oh, contact on the caution on the loop, caution on the loop, caution clear to Marshall to the loop, please. Clear, clear, clear. Go, go, go. So it's a similar pattern to most of the day. Jeffrey leads Ross, and we've got Tim Liu up into 3rd from 8. So what have we been calling it? The Force India Cooler Cousin livery. Up next, we've then got Luke Hare from 9th up into 4th, just ahead of Brett Allen in 5th in the very cool 7-Up Jordan. Then got Dave on the comeback trail up into 6th now. Then he's just ahead of Brent, Anthony, Curly, and Alex. Nothing in it towards the back end of the top 10. So Jeff Mackey doing Jeff Mackey things. He's already caught the tail of the queue. So the Papaya McLaren T-car livery.
Oh, fuck, sorry, man. Sorry. I was watching over here, and they're too bloody quiet. They don't go bang.
So Jeff also with the best lap, 16.4. Ross with a 17 dead. 16-1 now for Jeff, so he's heading for the 15-second barrier. He's got 3 minutes to 3 minutes 10 to try and get that. Ross now into the 16s. He's done a 16-4.
Yeah, definitely.
Tim still in third. Dave's recovery mission continuing. And in fact, I think he is up into third. Caution in the middle, guys. Just got a car at the inner loop on the exit, just on its lid. And it is now clear. That was Luke as well. That's out of 5th place, so it's going to put him back towards the back, unfortunately. So Dave has bounced back to third. He was very briefly into second over Ross. So just gone past halfway, 2 minutes 20 to go. Gap is 5.1 in Jeff's favour. Getting quicker and quicker as the day goes. He's just lapping in the middle of lapping. He's just got Curly and Tim ahead of him now. Tim's still in 4th place, running very nicely along. He's now a lap up on Curly, but now he's got Jeffrey in the lead.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Jeffrey Mackey, Ross Lawlick, and Tim Tam Dave.
So it's just the podium places that are unlapped at the moment on the same lap. So Jeff, Ross and Dave, minute 43 on the clock. It's race 16 of a 19 final program this afternoon. Jeff gets into the 15s, 15.96. If I can do that in a 12 scale car, I'm happy, and he's doing it in an F1 with a slower motor. That makes me feel really inadequate. So, minute 5 on the clock. Gap is 5.3 in Jeff's favour over Ross, who is just reeling off another lap. Tim and Anthony, 2nd place behind you, folks. They are in the middle of dicing over 4th place as well, so getting out of way of traffic and continuing to have a great battle. Down the back straight goes Tim and Anthony. The Alpine has a look to the inside, doesn't quite work. Brett Allen's not far away, neither is Brett Love actually, and Luke Hare. Alex and Curly as well. 30 seconds to go, folks, so if you are in the B hit final of front-wheel drive TCR, that will be your cue to head to scrutineering, please. Oh, and a moment there for Brett. It's gonna. Oh, and we've got a broken car coming out of the out of the first
10,
corner, guys. Got
9,
3 wheels on the wagon.
8,
Stay to the left.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
That car off the
1.
track.
Jeffrey Mackey done.
Gonna say
Mr.
that's
Carrot done.
3 wheels on a wagon, unfortunately, for Brett Allen there, which is a shame because that car looks fantastic on
Alex
track.
Niam done. Ross Lawlick done.
So Jeff just holds off Ross by 9 seconds in the
Bryant
end.
done.
Dave's going to finish on the
Tim
same
Lou
lap
done.
as well.
Tim Tam Dave done. Brent Love done. Luke Hare done. The race is completed.
So well done to Jeff. 3 starts, 3 wins. He gets the win over Ross and Dave, 2nd and 3rd in all 3 runs. And we then had Tim in for 5th, Brent Love in for 6, Luke for 7, Alex 8, Brett Allen 9, and Curly back to 10. Good race, folks. Cars away. So we'll have the front-wheel drive TCR up for their B heat. So if we can get F1B out to Marshall for them, please. F1B out to Marshall. So front-wheel drive TCRB, that'll be Bryce, Darrell and Greg. Track is yours, folks. F1B will get you guys out to Marshall. Bit more proportionate to...
Bryce Thomas. Darrell Knight.
Alrighty, so let's get ready to go, folks. So if our F1B drivers can jump out and marshal as quickly as possible, we'll get underway. It's the 3rd last race of of today, guys. So let's get going as quick as we can.
Greg Rossiter.
So we're all checked off and good to go. So we'll line yous up. So line them up this time by, guys. We'll get our F1B marshals out to marshal, guys, as quick. F1B drivers out to marshal, please, guys, as quickly as possible. Our drivers are ready. We need our marshals ready. Thanks, guys. They're on their way out now. Alrighty, guys. So it is Bryce 1, Darryl 2, and Greg 3. Line them up, folks. Oh, Darryl's out. Darryl's car off the track, please. Darryl's car off the track. The silver one. So if you want to line up side by side, guys, or if Greg wants to move up to P2, either or. Alrighty, folks. Here we go. Setting 5 seconds. 5 minutes. Bob. Go on the bob.
Bryce gets a very good start off the line there. Greg very close to the back of him, actually. After the first lap, they are separated by 0.7 of a second. And sadly, we lost Darryl out of this one before it began. So, a Piastri situation for him. Fastest lap, 17.286 that time round. That was set by Bryce. The gap pulls out to 1.6 seconds. That time around, Bryce sets his fastest lap of the race, a 17.184. And Greg is behind by 2 seconds. Now 3 seconds that time around. Greg sets his fastest lap of the race, 17.625. The gap extended that time round to 3.5 seconds. And that time it was 4 seconds. Oh! Bryce had a big roll there. That could bring the gap down big time. It turns down to 2.8 seconds. And we're about 2 minutes to go in this race. So up next is the A main race.
After 3 minutes, the top drivers are Bryce Thomas, Greg Rossiter, and Darryl Knight.
If you're in that race, maybe start heading over to scrutineering now. That gap down to 2.3 seconds with 90 seconds to go. It goes a bit wide there. It goes up to 3.5 seconds. That time around. under a minute to go, 55 seconds left. .20 seconds to go, and Bryce has pulled out a 5.7 second lead to Greg.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Drops out
3,
to 7 seconds
2,
now.
1.
As they come around the line, Bryce will make that another win.
Bryce
for
Thomas
him.
done. Greg Rossiter done.
And Greg comes along 8.5 seconds later.
The race is completed.
And that is the race. And coming up next is the A main race, I believe. So that'll be Greg, Brendan, John, Phil, Brendan, Wayne, Joshua, Stephen, Brent, and Chris. So if we could get those guys out, that would be great.
Brendan Wade. Greg Brooks. Joshua Beniston. The Don. Brendan George. Thermo
Alrighty,
Phil.
folks. So our
Stephen
final
Thorncraft.
blast
John
for
Creelis.
the Mob Boss Graphics
Wayne
front-wheel
O'Young.
drive TCR 13.5 today. We have had two absolute ripper finals already. Now for these,
Brent
it is
Hickman.
all to play for between first and second. Third place could yet have a say in this as well. So we are all checked off. If we can have Formula 1A out as quickly as possible to Marshall, please. Formula 1A on track immediately. We have all the drivers ready. We need the marshals ready. Let's line them up, folks, guys. It is Greg 1, Brendan 2, John 3, Phil 4, Brendan Wade 5, Wayne O'Young 6, Josh 7, Steve Thorncraft 8, Brett Hickman 9, and Chris Stanley 10. Let's line them up as quick as we can, guys. Alrighty, folks, we are all checked off. 5 bibs and a bob. Oh, hang on. Greg's just lining his car up. Alrighty, guys, here we go. 5 bibs and a bob. Go on the bob. Good luck. Nice and cleanly off the start. Cleanly through the turn 1-ish. Clean through turn 2. Clean through the first half of the lap. Ish. Reasonably clean through the first lap, which is what we like to see. And it is a repeat of the last two. It is Greg and Brendan with a hair width gap over John. We then got Phil and Brendan arguing over 4th and 5th. Brendan to the inside early this time and gets the job done. Bit of contact, but he was well and truly up the inside. Moment for Greg, and John is through into second. John could play spoiler in the pack here. Phil and Brendan Wade are in this battle as well. So Brendan's making a clear run while he can. John could be Brendan's best friend right now. Greg having a look. John's got the defense mode. Oh, bit of contact there. And Phil could be through the pair of them. Oh, no. Phil goes from second to fifth in the blink of an eye there. Brendan Wade's in the battle now. So it is the World Championship for second, third, and fourth, and fifth. Phil tries the outside of Brendan, but sends it way too deep. Oh, and a moment for John, and Greg's back into second. Brendan Wade's up into third. John's to fourth. Phil's to fifth. All while this is going, Brendan is driving into the distance. Sorry to everyone who's sixth on down. It is Wayne ahead of Steve, Brent, Josh, and... Chris now ahead of Josh. So it is the red and white car that's coming through the inner loop and past Spitz now. That is the leader. Greg into second now. Fairly comfortable over John. We've then got Phil, Brendan. Wayne's up in behind Brendan now, and Steve's not far away either. So Wayne coming on strong towards the end. He's up on the top five. That top five has been exceptional all day. If you can get anywhere near them, you are doing a good job. Steve's not far away either in second. In the fluoro yellow, not a Mazda for copyright reasons. Oh, and we've got a problem. That's Phil over on his lid. He was in fourth place. No, that's going to knock him back down to about seventh or eighth, I think. Brendan, meantime, has got 4 seconds over Greg. So just remember, guys, it is the red and white car is the leader. So he's going through the chicanes now. And about to head down the back straight. That is the race leader. Greg in the yellow, orange and blue car is in second place. So make sure you show him room as well. And I've got John in the fluoro yellow and silver car is in third place. We've got Brendan Wade in the fluoro yellow, orange, blue and white car. He's got almost every fluorescent tone on that car. Does stand out very nicely though.
After 3 minutes,
Wayne
the
is
top
next.
drivers are Brendan George, Greg Brooks, and John Creelis.
Wayne's up into the top five now in the all fluoro green, not a Mercedes for copyright reason. Got Steve up into six, but has a moment and loses it to Phil. Now he's got Brendan behind and lets him through. Oh, got Brendan Wade over in the middle. Just caution in the inner loop, guys. Caution in the inner loop. Car in the middle. And now clear. Just watch for the marshal. Incident is clear. Just watch for the marshal. Minute 20 on the clock. Marshal is clear. Shame for Brendan. He was having a good run there. That gets Wayne up into fourth now. Phil back to fifth. Phil back to fourth now, just getting ahead of Wayne. So they've got the race leader approaching behind them. So 50 seconds to go, folks. 50 seconds to go. .40 seconds to go. Brendan continuing to cruise out front, although the gap's come down a bit. It's down to 2.5 seconds. It had gone out to as high as 4. So he's about to head down the back straight once again with 25 seconds on the clock. Greg still in second. John third. Got Phil, who's just done his best lap of the race, 16.1 in fourth place. Best lap belongs to Brendan. It's a 15.81, so that is quick. Most of us get round here on club days
10,
in low 16s.
9, 8, 7,
So he's
6,
going to start his
5,
last lap.
1.
So,
Stephen Thorncraft done. Brent Higman done. John Creelis done.
So Brendan George down the back straight through the
Joshua
sweeper
Benny Stone
and
done.
will take the win.
Brendan George done.
Nicely done, Brendan.
Thermophil done.
Greg in for second.
Greg Brooks
John
done.
in for third. Phil
Wayne
will
Ho-Young
cross the
done.
line in fourth place.
The Don
Wayne
done.
in for fifth. Steve in for six. Brendan in for seven. Josh in for eight. Chris 9. And we unfortunately lost Brendan out of that one.
The race is completed.
And now, folks, it is our final race of the day. The Frontline Hobbies Vintage Trans Am. So can we get 12th scale out to Marshall for this one? Yeah, because you won both. Great.
Luke Hare. Scott Marr. Josh Gajanov,
So 12th scale, can I have you guys out to Marshall,
Brett Allen.
please? And our driver that will be replacing Luke is going to be starting from the back.
Daryl Knight, Steve Wernick,
As Luke is very confident he has locked out the championship for VTA. So he'll be starting from the back.
Brendan Wade,
So that means the starting order will be Scott, Brendan Wade, Brendan George, Josh, Brett, Steve, Daryl, Steve. And if Ryan makes it, he'll be 9th in this race. So just waiting on Brendan, Steve, and Ryan. If those guys aren't going to be racing, please let me know now. That looks like Brendan. That's good. So there's just going to be
Brendan George,
8 cars starting this one. So grid them up. Scott, Brendan, Josh, Brett, Daryl, Steve, and then Luke's car at the back. What's the guy's name again? What's his name again? What's the guy driving the car's name again? So everyone gets to bump up a spot. Everyone's behind third. Bit of a promotion for most of the drivers. Oh, Scott looked like he was out of the race before it started. So everyone's on the grid. So we can get things started now. Once. Oh yeah. If you're in 12th scale, we need you out to Marshall pronto. We are not kidding. We're off. Very good start from Brendan. He's giving Scott a very good run. Oh, through the front straight and they make a collision. He's all over the back of him. He loses the spot. Brendan up into first. Scott moves all the way down to third. The two Brendans going at it at the front now. Oh, it's so close. He makes a spin. Brendan George spins around and loses. He's back down to third. Scott up to second. Very close up the front. Brendan's got a bit of breathing space down to Brendan and Scott. And a bit of, big contact with Brett and Daryl out the front of the commentary box. They both lost a spot there. Brett lost 2 spots in that one. Brendan has got a 0.6 second margin back to Brendan George, who still is not giving him anything. And Brett's facing the wrong way, and that car looks like it was stalled for a bit. But it looks like it's fine now. Oh, the two Brendans still having a great battle at the front. Darryl giving him some space there. Brendan, is he close enough to go for a pass? He goes around the outside and spins him. He keeps the lead of the race. Scott looked like he was in a position to take a pass, and he gets pinned by Brendan. They're all over the place. And it's got a 0.8 second lap gap now to these two. They're still going at it. He's going to pass the line with over 2 seconds in a margin. Still going for it. Scott lost a little bit of time when he went wide there. 0.2 of a
After
second
3
closer. They
minutes,
go side
the
by
top
side.
drivers are
He
Brendan
still
George,
cannot get
Brendan Wade,
past him.
and Scott Marr.
It's so close. Can he go for a move in the same spot? He's a bit too far back now. No passing that time around. 1:40 to go. He's so close right now. Scott just on the back. Can he make the move? No. He's got another chance that time around. He does it. But Brendan almost gets him back. Scott might be able to keep that. Can he keep it into turn 1? He does. He goes a little wide. Brendan had a little gap and he spins him. He gives it back. And Scott keeps the spot. It's still going. Scott's in front now. It's not looking good for the Army car there. Something looks wrong with it. It's okay. It's okay now. Ooh, Anthony had a huge slide there. Another one. Slipping and sliding all over the place in that Moffat Mustang there. He's got to watch out. He's got two leaders behind them.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And when he comes across the line, Brendan George is going to win this race
Brendan
with a
George
sizable
done.
margin at the end.
Daryl Knight done.
Very
Josh
good
Gatineau
racing.
done.
And he comes across
Scott
the
Marr
line.
done.
Scott's going to have second.
Brendan Wade done.
1.4
Brett
seconds
Allen
clear
done.
of Brendan, followed by Josh, Daryl,
Steve Wernick done.
Anthony, Brett, and Steve.
Luke Hare done. The
What
race
a
is
great
completed.
race to finish off today.
Thanks, Ollie, and thank you, everyone. We will have I believe we're pretty much set for a trophy presentation. Just give us a minute or two. Pull out my phone so I'll make sure I'm reading the right names. Alrighty, folks, so we will get presentation underway as quick as we can so we can get some photos for everyone who needs it. And then we will be able to get into practice. So just bear with us for about 15 minutes, folks. And we'll try and have about an hour practice afterwards. So if we just get all cars off the track briefly, Anthony, we can do more testing later. Alrighty, folks. So if you think you're going to get something, it should be pretty easy to tell on the live RC up from this morning. Come on over to the podium in front of the driver's stand. So we will start today with 10 scale nitro. So I believe we have TQ. No trophies for nitro, but we will make sure we get on the podium for everyone. So we had our top qualifier today was Phil Carpenter. Well done, Phil. P3, third outright today was Adam. Having a mental blank. Adam Parker. And second place, we had Phil Carpenter. And for the win, James White. Well done, folks. So remember, guys, if you're going to be on the podium, come on out here as quick as you can. We'll get presentations underway and finished. We'll start next with, what do we got? What was first? We'll go 12 scale first. So we had our top qualifier for today, Scott Marr. Scott, where are you? Paging Scott Marr. Let's go, guys. Quick presentation's a good one. I'll be throwing names under the bus if people complain about not having enough practice time. And we had in third place today, and I'm as shocked about this as you all are, don't worry, was me. In second place, we had Scott Marr. And for the win, we have Dave Reston. Alrighty, sorry guys, I'll just get the next page over. We'll do Formula One next. So our Formula One, thank you again to Brent from Love RC for sponsoring the category. We had our top qualifier for today, Jeffrey Mackey. In third place today, Dave Reston. Second place, not often we say this in F1 at this track, Ross Lalick. And in first place, Jeffrey Mackey. Nicely done, folks. Our front-wheel drive TCR today, proudly sponsored by Mob Boss Graphics, who, as we've said, have also done these wonderful trophies and plaques for us today. They look awesome, so thank you, Chris. Our top qualifier for today, Greg Brooks. In third place today, John Krillis. In second place today, Greg Brooks. And first place today, Brendan George. Well done, guys. And as Brendan very accurately says, trophies are killer. They are awesome. And finally today, guys, our vintage Trans Am, always a popular edition at the GP, proudly sponsored by Frontline Hobbies. So we'll thank Steve, who's a Frontline employee who's here, for supporting the class for us. Our top qualifier today, Scott Marr. In third place today, Brendan Wade. In second place, Brendan George. And in first place today is the man himself, Luke Hare. Well done, folks. Congratulations. And thank you, everyone, for today. If you're just up here for today, thank you for coming up. Hope you enjoyed the day. We will be back tomorrow with touring cars. What we'll do, if anyone wants to get photos with their cars on track with their plaques, we'll do that for the next 5 minutes, and then we'll open up the track for about an hour or so for practice for everyone else. So just give us 5 or 10 minutes to get some silverware photos and whatnot, and then we'll open up the track for practice.